Alright, and we are live. Trying to remove all these weird facial expression from my avatar. Okay, finally I'm back to normal. Hello boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of EZ2ON, where we play lots of music reading games. Today, I would like to revisit EZ2ON Reboot R. There's a couple of new settings that I stumbled upon earlier on while testing the stream settings. And more importantly, there is something like the low latency mode, right? So as a music rhythm game, you want to have as low latency as you can, so that you can, strive for perfect accuracy, right? So if you are using a NVIDIA graphics card, like myself, so I'm using a GTX 3090. So I confidently selected NVIDIA Reflex with Boost, right? Since it will significantly reduce the display latency, so it means that you will be able to time the notes, right, using your eyes more effectively, right? So let's try this setting and we see whether our performance during the gameplay will become better. Up next, there are also new key settings, right? If you are using the EZMax controller, if you head over to key settings, right, what I want to talk about is the 8 key settings. Now you realize that I have bind Axis 1 and Axis 1 Plus for track 1 during 8 keys. So this is actually the EZMax Respect EZMax controller layout, and you can use the turntable for track 1 and track 8. So if we have time later, or when there's a demand, if you want to see 8 key mode using the turntable, leave a comment in this video and try to set up something for the 8 keys mode using the turntable. But today, I just want to really enjoy the music, enjoy the game, test out the low latency mode, and chill out to some simple, cheerful music. It has been a tiring day for me. And let's go with the basic vibe. Warm up to start the game rolling. Alright, so some nice songs that we can start playing. How should I begin? Maybe I should start looking at the new DLCs and try to find songs that are easy to listen to. Stella, right? This song sounds nice. It's by Neon. So Neon also composed a lot of nice music for DJ Max Respect. So it's definitely a wonderful thing to see him composing, him or her, right? To be honest, I'm not sure about the gender. Him or her composing songs for EZ2ON. So let's go with Stella and see how things goes. Right. So it has been a long while since I streamed on YouTube again. We can talk about that slightly later. very nice K-pop, very peaceful and nice to listen to. That's what I want to say. Definitely gonna keep this Stella right at the back of my mind whenever I'm tired of work, tired of life. Alright, so Stella. Yeah, so I took a 1 month break from work. It was getting extremely toxic for me. Let's go back. Yeah, go back. Yes, go back is a nice cheerful song. Right. So for me, I spent the first year of going back to IT to help with an organization with microservice implementation. So there's a lot of cultural and expectation, right, with regards to how things should be technically done. So while managing my and everybody else's expectation, I kind of like burned myself out. So I burned myself out, and after my 1 year contract has ended with the organization, I say, you know what, I need a water break. Right. So this is the song Go Back by Planet D. Yeah, so talking about work, right? So on a 1 month break, I took the first 2 weeks to really, I spent the first week ensuring that things are going okay for the organization during my absence. And the second and third week, I kind of like focus on releasing the tension within me. So now on the final week, I feel like I can finally concentrate on recovering, starting to feel better, right, psychologically, and I kind of had to decide whether to continue with this organization. Let's try and take off, right, with this Hazune Miku look-alike avatar, right? Take off, composed by A1, right, I'm gonna say A inverse, right, because the 1 actually looks like I. Let's go. be honest, this song doesn't feel like level 11. It doesn't feel like level 11, that's for sure. Alright, kick off. So the demand for software engineering in the region that I'm currently staying in is extremely high. There's simply not enough good software engineer there's not even enough software engineer to fulfill today's IT business needs. And perhaps it's not even just IT business needs, right? It's even typical, end-to-end brick and mortar businesses. They are looking at using software to optimize some of their daily operations. And with that, most of the time they will want to look for customized software development. But the demand is so strong that there isn't enough software engineers to fulfill the needs. And what happens is, sometimes people will just say, just hire hands and legs to do the work. Well, for a simple business operation, I guess maybe that will work. But software engineering is engineering, right? It's a highly skilled job that relies on both skills and experience. Practice for this community. Right. Oh, very nice piece of music. And this is Phyllis' final remix. Very nice. How should I say? Would you categorize this as contemporary? So it's like piano and trance. Very nice. Alright. Okay. Let's take a look at what else is available. Various ways. I remember that this is a very cute uplifting song that I seriously hope that they have different what do you call this, skins, right? These skins, right, they should have created one for various ways. I mean, the animation is so cute, right? The panel skin, yeah, the panel skin. they should have created one for various ways, right? Using the cartoon avatar. Look at this. Is this a bear? Bear / cat look alike, right? Bear, cat. Right. So let's go with various ways. There's various ways to go back. Right, so that's the song Various Ways by Yamajet. Alright, so we are talking about strong demand in software engineering, not enough software engineer, software quality goes down, unrealistic expectation, right? And that actually incurs a lot of employee churn, right? So as an individual, right, I'm not gonna like get ahead of myself and talk about things that I've not experienced on my own. But you know, sometimes I do wonder, you know, if this is the time for me to step up, right? Not to work as an individual, but to come out and work as a leader, right? So as a leader is to, how should I say, everybody has different opinion on what leadership should be like. So maybe after this song, we can talk a little bit about leadership. Right, very nice song. Le Grand Bleu. I believe it's in French. Really? Let me just text my friend saying that I'm streaming now, by the way. Alright, talk about leadership. so in today's era, right, where software demand is so strong, there's not enough good software engineer to go around. And what can we do as leaders, right, to help fill in this gap, right? It's about trying to increase the overall software engineering capabilities in your organization, right? So you hire junior developers. You kind of have to plan a route for them to be successful, to help them gain the confidence of what is right and what is, well, wrong. Right? So it's like, you know, trying to cultivate good software engineering practices within your organization, so that, you know, you increase the overall technical finesse of your team. Now, there are pros and cons here, right? You invest so much money and effort into cultivating these engineers, and then you have another set of challenges, which is about retaining the employees. So what happens is, you train them, you have to keep them happy, you know, give them the right amount of challenges so that they feel like they are growing while addressing the challenges that you have in your organization. Now, that's definitely going to be a difficult piece of pie for the higher management to agree on. Because the question they ask is, what if I spend so much money and in the end they still, you know, join another organization? How is it hard? Wow, that blood castle feels a bit like Castlevania, right? Castlevania also had this song, Bloody Rain? I can't remember the exact song title from Castlevania. Alright, so give your junior software engineers the right amount of challenges, and plan a success route for them to gain the confidence to lead, right? To lead their own, for them to transit from junior to senior and lead more entries, right? More freshers, right? So that you have enough people to fulfill your business requirements. Let's try with this song, Wars of the Roses. Definitely not easy, right? Because as someone who is in the middle, you're gonna face a lot of pressure, right? Trying to manage the stakeholders' expectation versus the constant need to help grow people who are undergoing mid-career change or people who are new to software engineering. And there's all this talk about agile. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, let's go. New high score and all combo. Right, so this thing about agile. Wow. It seems like every organization with different cultures will look at agile very, very differently. And the worst thing that can happen to you is a scrum master coming from a different culture coming in and saying, hey, that's not agile. I mean, this is not scrum, this is not agile, or this whatsoever. But a lot of times, a lot of people really kind of like lose focus on the concept of agile. So I mean, personally, I feel like being agile means that it's about proper risk mitigation. Let's try Time Traveler DLC. Let's try Sweet Star. Right, so this thing about agile is very tricky, right? Because people who are, the more experienced you are, right, the more likely you will try to impose your sense of righteousness or your sense of right and wrong towards the people around you. Which I feel sometimes is a necessary evil to impose what you think is right to the people around you. But the really challenging thing is the balance, right? Because although we say that it's engineering, but it's the people who are doing the engineering work. And I guess in a big organization, a lot of times, not everybody is trying to do the ideal implementation. I mean, I think engineers will say, hey, you know what? Let's just do the bare minimum. Even though it's a problem that you can foresee happening in the very near future, and I'm talking about 1 month, 2 months time, right? And some of these engineers, they will come up to me and say, hey, you know what? Let's not solve this problem that's going to happen in the next 1 month. Or even worse, right? Let's release this non-working software into production, and we will patch the system in an agile manner. Let's patch the system in the agile manner in real time. Definitely a lot of horror stories in the software engineering world. Well, people might argue that you need to do this because that's business, but I would say that means that your software engineering practices is really not trying to reduce costs, but is to, how should I say, that way of software engineering will incur a lot of costs in the long run. And that kind of long run is not really long, right? I'm talking about 3 years. So if you continue that kind of engineering practices, in about 2 to 3 years time, you're probably going to see a lot of problems, right? You'll find that it's very costly to make changes to the software. It's going to be very costly to hire new people. A lot of non-technical problems that come along with it. Of course, the technical debt is going to be the most obvious thing that will hit you, right, with bad software engineering practices. So right now, as an individual, I'm thinking, should I start my own software engineering firm? Probably work as a freelancer, take up some jobs that is within my means, and then slowly build up my portfolio, client base, and then start my own software development business. And I do realize that sometimes it's easy for me to discuss technical discussion, because most of the time I'm open-minded in a way. Open-minded when it comes to software engineering. reasons why I'm considering starting my own software engineering firm is because I've managed software project portfolios about small software size, about 30,000 annually, and I managed about 4 to 5 clients previously. Right? So I use Jira. I use Jira and Confluence to manage the software engineering portfolio and generate P&L analysis to track the software development team's profit margin. But you know, a software portfolio like this is quite trivial, right? In a real software engineering firm, they're probably managing projects in the hundreds and thousands. So maybe it's a good start, right? And then fundamentally, I'm very technical. I'm a .NET engineer for more than 10 years. Not extremely well versed, but I have developed bespoke software using software design patterns like the strategy pattern, adapter pattern, decorator pattern. So I almost feel like, you know, if I were to start my own, I can prepare some kind of baseline quality, right? And then track the costs using data. But there's only so much a single individual can do. But you know, to really start a software development house, the cost is very, very low. All combo. You know, for a software engineer, you probably just need a laptop, proper security education, right? And probably that's it, right? Salary, tax, insurance, laptop, have a cloud infrastructure like Azure Cloud or Amazon AWS. Right, you set up the infrastructure, set up architecture, then your software engineer's cost is actually relatively low. So let's say you set up a team of 5 developers who can do end-to-end, front-end, back-end, infrastructure as code. You have 5 developers. Your total cost per annual is probably going to come out to about, let's say 90k or 60k. 80k, right? 80k per annual, and then you times 5, 400,000. So maybe the headcount per annual will be like 500,000 plus minus, right? And if you have a fantastic idea that you can get back that amount of value, 500,000 is actually very low. Let's head over to wanted to play this song, Love X Lie. Korean, sounds like a Korean love song. I don't really understand. I don't understand the Korean language, but this sounds like a good potential.
I'm in love. 이제 나도 네 맘을 알 것만 같아. Beautiful. 너의 미소가 내 눈엔 너무 예뻐 보여.
눈 뜨면 널 먼저 생각하고 너의 연락을 기다리다 자꾸 설레이고 자꾸 보고 싶고 난 오늘부터 네 거야.
너는 내가 사랑하는 첫 번째 남자. 나를 사랑하는 마지막 여자. 사랑스러운 빛이 스며들어 우리 뒤를 감싸 안으면 이 순간이 영원할 거라 믿어. 너와라도 나를 주문을 걸어. 나를 바라보는 그대 눈빛 속에 점점 빠져들고 있어 난. Tell me love, oh tell me love. Tell me love, oh tell me love.
하지만 아직 널 사랑하고 오늘도 너를 기다리며 다시 너 때문에 내 맘은 울고 또 웃어.
너는 내가 사랑하는 첫 번째 남자. 나를 사랑하는 마지막 여자. 사랑스러운 빛이 스며들어 우리 뒤를 감싸 안으면 이 순간이 영원할 거라 믿어. 너와라도 나를 주문을 걸어. 나를 바라보는 그대 눈빛 속에 점점 빠져들고 있어 나.
Tell me love,
Oh tell me love. Tell me love, oh tell me love.
Love X Line by J Season X. So he.
너는 내가 사랑하는 첫 번째 남자. 나를 사랑하는 마지막 여자.
Time check. And let's play some songs from the 2013 electronic pop. So that's really just what's ongoing in my mind for the last 1 to 2 weeks. It's about software engineering demand and supply and my relative position on how I look at myself in this era of IT digital mix. performance story. Alright, gonna end the stream with another 1 or 2 more songs. Gonna take a break. I may or may not stream again tonight. But definitely need to have a shower and all that. So probably let's end the stream with another 3 more songs. That's about 10 minutes. And probably want to play some songs that is like nihilism. Yes. Let's play songs that sounds like nihilism. Go back to nothingness. Right. And here I'm just over-engineering my mind, right? Thinking about problems that probably I shouldn't be thinking about. Let's hope nihilism can clear my mind. Enjoy! So that's nihilism with a new record. So in case you have not heard me explaining what does nihilism mean, go Google it. Nihilism is a branch of philosophy. Very interesting concept, but I suggest you not dive too deep into nihilism or else you will die young. Alright, let's look for songs that sounds like nihilism. It's not gonna be easy to find songs like nihilism on EZ2ON. Because it's a downward spiral, right? It's kind of like trying to tune down the music. And a lot of music on EZ2ON is meant to be uplifting. Alright, let's go with this. You Keep Me Waiting. Right, You Keep Me Waiting. Instrumental music by EZ2ON. if you have not played this song using a pair of headphones, I strongly suggest you do that, because nearing the end you can actually hear the lady walking in high heels. Very interesting music, right? To incorporate the sound of high heel shoes in this instrumental song. Alright, let's look for the last song that can give us a peaceful end to the stream. I'm thinking about an old story. Maybe we should play The Back of Beyond, right? Let's end the stream with a sad song. This is one of my personal favorites, The Back of Beyond by M2U. Hopefully there's a sequel to this song, maybe in the next expansion, The Back of Beyond 2. Right, and that's the last song for today's stream, The Back of Beyond. So once again, thank you very much for staying up for the entire 1 hour of the stream. If you make it this far and you like this video, leave a comment behind. It will really motivate me to create more videos like this as I complain and rant about software engineering. Alright, so once again, thank you, and remember to stay safe and be great out there. Alright, I'll see you again on EZ2ON. Right, bye.